Are you ready to make a little money here on some college basketball underdogs on a Friday night? Well, stick around because I got a pair of mid-major college hoops winners on deck a little later in this video. Hello, everyone. It's time for some more hoops with Higgs. Sean Higgs coming at you here for picks and parlays, matching with the @Mr. Sean Higgs Twitter. Tonight, I'll be looking at two games for Friday, the 27th of February. Game number one in the Ivy League, Brown and Columbia, tipping off in the Francis Levian Gymnasium. And for game number two, we're going to head across the river to dirty Jersey, Jersey City. AA Maction, Manhattan Jaspers, and the St. Peter's Peacocks doing battle. Now, before I get to these games, be sure to hit the like, subscribe, notification bell on, so you know when the next Hoops with Higgs drops, plus all the other free pick content here on Picks and Parlays. I'm seeing a lot of how-to videos coming up, hockey, World Baseball Classic, NBA. We've got you covered. A lot of college basketball. If you don't got the notification bell on, how are you going to know? And again, there could be 20 videos up for today. You only get one notification. It's not like we're they send you 9 million notifications. Not like that. We just let you know when the shows drop. All right, let's get to this. Friday night, 7 o'clock tip-off here in New York. Brown Bears facing the Columbia Lions in Ivy League action. Brown comes in 9-15 overall, 12-10 ATS, 3-8 on the road, and sitting in last place in the Ivy at 3-8. Columbia game better at 4-7, but 15-10 overall, 12-11 ATS. They are 8-4 at home this season. Columbia is listed as a 5.5-point favorite here. Total set at 140.5. These guys played back on January 17th. Brown pulled out a 86-80 win in overtime as 3.5-point dogs. Brown has won 2 straight and 3 of the last 4 in this series. In fact, Brown is 8-2 straight up and 7-2-1 last 10 versus Columbia. Looking at those numbers, hearing those numbers, Brown seems like a good spot tonight. 2 straight wins for him, beating Princeton and Dartmouth. And before that, we saw a 6-game losing streak. Dogs in 5 of those 6, and the one game they were favored, 1.5. Brown's covered 4 straight, though. Back to Columbia. I'll mention a 4-7 record. Brown is 3-8, 5.5 points to a team that's, for all intended purposes, I guess they kind of own you a little bit. They're 8-2 against you straight up. Forget about the spread that you're 3-7 against them in. I mean, Columbia is 3-7 straight up and ATS their last 10. 4-7 against the spread in Ivy League play. 5-11 ATS run just overall. And now they're coming in as a favorite, like 6 points basically. Brown is 5-6 against the spread in Ivy League play. And was a dog in over 2 of those games, and he went 1-1 in those ATS. We're taking Brown here plus 5.5. Again, these videos for me and for you, I'm going to repeat. You're going to know as soon as we start, we're going to be looking at dogs here for whatever reason. Unless we, like the other day, we went out in the MEAC, we took some favorites that actually won. Not that favorites don't always win. But I look at the conference setups. One team is 4-7. The other one is 3-8. The other team who's below them, however, I mean, they're a game worse, has beaten them head-to-head multiple times. Folks, this isn't some major school where guys are in and out and crazy stuff happens. 5.5. I don't want to hit the proverbial sprinkle the money line, but I like Brown tonight here at 5.5. Comment section open as always. There you have it, game number 1. Who do you like? I got Brown Bears here, plus the 5.5. Your picks, side, total, over, under, whatever you got, put in the comment section. And again, we're 5 minutes in. If you haven't hit the like and notification bell, please do that. You don't want to miss Hoops with Higgs or any other videos, right? Come on. We're family here. Game number 2. Now, someone commented like parlay. Listen, if you want to, we're called picks and parlays. You want to parlay these two? That's up to you. I'm more of a straight guy. And, 1-1, I'd rather lose juice. I'd hate to go 2-1 on a video and lose money because you put in the parlay and it's a loser. Do what you want, though. It's your money. I'm just giving you my opinion on games. All right. So, game number 2. Again, we're heading to Jersey City. I'm stomping around here. 7 p.m. tip-off, ESPN Plus from the Yanatelli Center. St. Pete's hosting 7.5-point favorites. Total set at 146.5. Peacocks 15-11 straight up, 15-10 ATS, 12-6 in the MAC. Tied with Siena for second. Half game ahead of 12-7 Marist. But Merrimack's in at 16-2. Pretty much has this wrapped up here. Conference tournaments in the AA MAC here start next Thursday, the 5th of March. Boardwalk Hall, Atlantic City, if you're in town. So you would think a relatively easy win here for St. Pete's, right? Manhattan comes in 12-17. 8-10 in MAC play again. Here we go. Not a bad record. 3-11 on the road. 11-17 ATS on the year. Peters pulled out of 85-81 back on February the 5th. That ended a 2-game slide to Manhattan. Manhattan had won those 2 and 8 of the last 10 in the series. While St. Pete's was getting W straight up, Peters was covering these numbers. Now, St. Pete's comes in dropping 2 in a row in 3 of their last 4, both straight up in ATS. Manhattan comes in. They got blasted by Marist 84-70 as a 5-point home dog. They had just won 3 in a row. Last 2 of those were on the road. So maybe a little regression would be coming into play there at home as a home dog. You're thinking, oh, boy, look at this. They're playing well. They're still not a good team. But we have an 8-win conference team getting 7.5. And this is what I'm looking at here for this one. Again, the numbers are what they are. 3 outright wins on the road. 3 of their losses, 7, 6, and 6 points. Again, that would keep us right into 7.5 here. Another loss was 9. Again, right around the number. These guys are going to fight. I don't think they're getting run out of the building by double digits or more here tonight, which is really, this kind of number, if Peters is up by 15, we're going to have a problem. If the game's 9, 10, 11, 12, we're right in striking distance for that back door. And as you've seen with the games we have taken here on these videos, taking the dogs here, we've had, 1, 2 outright winners here, I think. Everything else, when we're covering, is inside the number here. So that's what I think. 7.5 points. Sign me up. Manhattan plus 7.5, game number 2. Again, your thoughts, comments? Who do you like in this one? Put it in the chat here. It's right there for you if you haven't already. I'll say it again as we wrap it up. Like, subscribe, notification bell on. I think that's my money move, folks. Free picks are the free picks. But my best bets, top plays, picksandparlays.net is where you want to go for that. So be sure to get on board if you want some premium action there. Now, if you like this video, awesome. I'm giving you Brown plus 5.5, Manhattan plus 7.5, a pair of dogs for you on a Friday night. Be sure to stick around because there's more free content after this video. Maybe you'll get a hockey game tomorrow, perhaps NBA, maybe some more college basketball. You'll never know unless you stick here and see what comes up next. There you have it, Friday winners. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.